What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Let's get it. Wait for these punk ass notifications to go out via YouTube. Get your ass up and hurrah! Yeah, man, we back. Do 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 do. My whole life is like a balance act. Hey yo, what up? The kid is back. We got some more of them heaters, some more clappers for y'all. Clap, clap, bravo. Yo, what's up? Y'all gotta smash that like button. We gotta make our presence felt. Will Gray, what's poppin'? Sup, fool? What up? Rolling on 58 in California. It's the California way, man. We California dreaming. Got the women screaming. Make our own plays like Willie Beeman. Any given Sunday, gunplay's optional. Sunday fight night. Let's get it, man. I got a little bit of time in the room before I go out to the fights. I'm in the Mandalay Bay. That's where I'm staying. So all I gotta do is walk downstairs and go see the fight. I don't have to catch no Uber. Hearn can't even book Haney at a rec center. Wow. Y'all tried it. World Breaker tried it. Man, we gotta talk about the Eddie. Listen, I don't even want to get started until we get a couple more people in here. Smash the fucking like button. The more, because I don't like to repeat myself, man. Like, not trying to sound no type of way, but it's just, I don't like to repeat myself if I don't have to. That is coming from a high-level source, Ego, not my work. Oh, I thought you was just going in. Ego living that good life. Man, every day is a blessing. Oh, wow. You're being serious. You're saying he can't. Oh, well. Listen, the whole hey, we got a dislike already. Fuck the haters. That shit funny. Yeah, dislike this room I'm in. Look, MGM Resorts, they took care of the boy, bro. They took care of the boy. They were supposed to give me a strip side room. So for the inconvenience, they took care of the boy. I don't wanna put MGM on blast, but let's say we charged it to the game. You know what I'm saying? No hassle. Okay. Who you got tonight? Joey, Rigo, Charlo. Boom. You never know. Boom. Yeah, I'm picking Charlo. That motherfucker look in shape, huh? Yeah, he wanted to fight Tony Harrison, but Tony said he got an injury. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You look Pakistani. That's what's up. Has nothing to do with boxing, but for sure. Anyway, man, Eddie Hearn. How many people we got in here? What's up, bro? My dude D. What's up? Charlo or Harrison? I thought the first fight was real close. I was there. I would pick Charlo. I think he can clean up his work and go in motivated. So I'm picking him. Listen, what's good? Dinner, what's up? We eating these motherfuckers for dinner. Hey, they hit the dislike button. All right, that's my cue. We got enough people watching between the fans and the haters. They hit the just like button. This shit going crazy. Okay. Does Eddie Hearn's under contract with the Zone, so I don't think it's that easy. But let's talk about it. We got enough people in the building now. Now that I know the hate is here, the hate just motivates me. I promise you, I love when they hate because it takes me to a whole nother level. You know, there's a chance just from killing the game that I would grow complacent. But that hate that puts me, who I am as a person, puts me into another gear. So please keep doing that. You're gonna make sure I stay on my P's and Q's. Oh my gosh. Like alphabet soup. I'm gonna stay on my P's and Q's. Let's get it. Now, DAZN, man, they got some things. Eddie Hearn got some things. Eddie Hearn, he just had he's just catching some vicious L's lately. How can they hate on you, ego? You keep it 100 all the time because they not true boxing fans. Oh, media, they don't give a fuck. They hate to see it. Look where I'm at. These bum ass motherfuckers. They that's why they hate and that's why they mad, bro. They sitting there, in their carport somewhere, hating because we out here motivating, hustle and motivate. They tend to follow my lead. They think I know the way because we on that California hustle. And they on that goofy time. That's why they hate. But, we can't be too distracted with that. Anyway, Eddie Hearn's been getting some vicious L's, bro. And vicious L's. I blame the UK for this because y'all uplifted to this point. So now it's on. Now it's all eyes on me. You know, I never, ever, I never, ever care if people take my actual words and bring them up because I said it. So I stand on that. So why would I be mad if you use what I actually said? Not like some fabrication of what I said, but if you take the actual words that I said, or the actual quotes and actual statements, show receipts for that and use it, I don't give a fuck about that because I said it, I meant it. I did it on purpose. Eddie Hearns and a lot of people in boxing, they be cloud chasing. They say stuff that I don't think they believe. In their heart of all hearts, I don't think they believe it. I don't think they believe what they saying. I don't care what nobody said because I believe in what I'm saying. I'm not just saying shit for clout, for stature, for money, for views. I don't gotta do that, man. You already see what the situation is. But Eddie Hearn's been taking some vicious L's. Let's talk about it. WBO ruled that Alexander Usyk, who has not even fought at heavyweight, is the WBO mandatory for the WBO champion. Oh, let me think. Every belt except for the WBC is held by Andy Ruiz, who's in an immediate rematch. So Dillian White, once again, staying loyal to his situation, staying loyal to Slave Room, it come back to bite him. Because instead of being his own man and exploring his options, now he's stranded on death row, and I don't know when he's gonna get a title shot. I really don't. Dillian is underrated. He gonna stay underrated because when's he gonna get a title shot? What you talking about? He not underrated anyway. People respect his fight game, but he ain't fought nobody. Oscar Rivas is his best fight, and it ain't even happened yet. That's his best fight in recent memory. Joseph Parker, that's a good win, but he was coming directly off a loss. This is the rematch room way. This is hence the word rematch room. Look at Joseph Parker coming off of a loss, then you put him in with Dillian White. You didn't give Dillian White a title shot when Joseph Parker had a belt. You waited till he came off a Joshua loss and had no belt. So his confidence might have been, whatever it was, coming off his first ever L. That's when they put him in. Man, hey, block best playlist. Fuck this dude. He talking about Dillian versus Tyson Fury. You live in fantasies, homie. I reject your deposit. Bro, what are you talking about? Nobody's trying to watch Dillian White versus Tyson Fury. They already have plans. Get this motherfucker out of my shit, bro. Listen. These dudes just make up fantasy land. There's no indication that Tyson Fury, Dillian White is anywhere near being an actual thing. In fact, there was a point where there were people discussing and talking about it, And then out of nowhere, Tyson Fury says, Dillian White, not interested. He said he wasn't interested. Now we find out why. He wasn't interested because him and his team was making plans to rematch Wilder after interim fights. What's up, L? What's good? Man, we giving old media L's. So anyway, let's paint the picture. Dillian White, you can say whatever. You can say he deserves a title shot, but whatever. When is he gonna get it? How's he gonna get it? The WBO, listen to me. I made a video about it, but this is a condensed version in case you guys haven't watched the video, enjoying your Sunday fun day. The WBO denied Dillian White's request and team's request, and they have installed Alexander Usyk, who has not even fought at heavyweight, who was the former undisputed cruiserweight champion. They said he's the mandatory. So Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua winner at some point, unless he loses, is likely to have to fight Usyk per the mandatory rules whenever it gets called. They said Usyk is the mandatory. That's horrible. Dillian White was ranked, just so you guys know, Dillian White was highly ranked, I believe ranked #1 with the WBO. But based on what Usyk accomplished at cruiserweight and the fact that he decided to move up, guess what? The WBO gave him clout tokens. They gave him clout tokens and said, hey, since you're part of this division now, then we automatically gonna make you the highest ranked person because we liked your work at cruiserweight and now you're a heavyweight. So once again, Dillian White, he still catches a L dealing with Eddie Hearn, because when's he gonna get a title shot now? Alexander Usyk just moved up, got injured, never fought at heavyweight, has a bicep injury, never rescheduled the Takam fight. I don't know what Eddie Hearn's doing with that, but we never, you know what I'm saying? We never heard that. We never heard when it's rescheduled or whatever. And now the WBO says, you were the highest ranked person, but not anymore. Usyk now is. Damn. WBC. I mean, if you follow the news, it don't look like they messing with Eddie Hearn over, the other situation. They just say, fight Dominic Brazil, that's your mandatory. Wilder did that, he should be in the clear for a year. Eddie Hearn talking about suing people, suing the WBC. Eddie Hearn and Dillian White, they have nothing to my knowledge. They don't really have anything to fall back on. You dig? They don't have nothing to fall back on. It's just like, hey, we've been waiting 600 days, guilt trip, trying to make people feel sorry for their situation. But that doesn't give you an opportunity. That doesn't give you a slot. So it's looking rough. It's looking real rough. Can you guys hear me? I'm about to end this live stream. Like, I don't know if y'all hear me, I'm in the hotel with the Wi-Fi. Oh, y'all gotta put something, because this hotel Wi-Fi is like fucked over, so I don't know if it's, if y'all can still hear me. Anyway, Dillian White, he just got looked over by Alexander Usyk. The WBO said they said Dillian White was the #1 mandatory, but now you pushed back. They pushed him back. And they said Dillian White is no longer the #1 rated person. Usyk is the mandatory. So, what is Dillian White gonna do? First of all, he has a tough fight with Oscar Rivas. We got to see how that plays out. That's a fight he might not win. But even if he gets past it, how he gonna get the Tony Boswell? Shout out to you. What's poppin', Ego? Ooh, with the $25. This is why they hate, man. Tony Boswell is the main reason, because he be sending them jack-o'-lanterns, the care package. Appreciate you. Tony Boswell, long-time supporter. Appreciate you. This is what happens. You got to look at your situation. Dillian White staying in comfort zones, like, oh, I've been working case by case. Bro, you know how many fighters would love to be on a case by case basis? so they can play the field. But he stayed true to a situation. Now, what? Shout out to Tony Boswell. I appreciate you. Now you stay true to slave room, even though you had that man, you had that white man calling you a slave trade or whatever in front of your face, and then you stayed loyal to this situation, and they're not delivering for you. You know, how can you say Dillian White? Okay, a year and a half, 2 years ago now, maybe the beginning of January, October of the year before, something like that. Eddie Hearn was saying, "Oh, Dillian White," when Wilder wanted to fight Joshua, and he was like screaming it and telling everyone who would listen. Eddie Hearn came up with this, he thought genius plan. Oh, hey, fight my fighter Dillian White to up your UK profile. So Wilder never fought him. Wilder's tied up. He's probably fighting Luis Ortiz. That's what he said. And then fighting Tyson Fury. If all goes well in the Ortiz fight, Tyson Fury's going to get an interim fight. That is the said plan. So what has Eddie Hearn delivered for Dillian White? If anything, he's given him some pretty tough fights for his style, and he's never even fought for a title. Listen to me, people. Dillian White has done all this work or whatever people are saying to get a title shot, and he gave the opportunity to Gerald Miller only to have Miller squander it by failing a drug test, bro. Do you understand how disrespectful that is to Dillian White? That him and AJ had personal disdain and personal beef, and you sitting up here to save money gave Gerald Miller the fight because you could probably get him cheaper and you like Joshua's chances. They were trying to protect Joshua. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. They were trying to protect him and go against the styles that they thought he fared the best with. If it wasn't a mandatory situation, then those are the fights they want. They know Tyson Fury's fight style is difficult. They know Wilder's power and his style would be difficult. They know Luis Ortiz, southpaw power, can box, amateur pedigree would be difficult. They know Dillian White has given difficulty to AJ already and beat him in the amateurs. So what they were trying to do is work around mandatories that they could, we have to fight it. So you had reason to fight Kubrat Pulev and then Carlos Takam, all these guys that popped up as mandatories. But for their voluntary defenses, outside of the Povetkin and stuff, they clearly, do you notice this? Joshua's claim to fame was been Klitschko. He ain't fought no one like a Klitschko since. Who noticed that? If you noticed that, say, I did in the comment section. Look it. He fought Klitschko a couple years ago. He ain't fought no one since. And there was vulnerabilities shown in the Klitschko fight, even though Joshua won it. And you notice he ain't fought no one top level like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought nobody like as dangerous as a Klitschko to his style. That's by design, people. You think they're just the luck of the draw? No. They were hiding behind mandatories and shit. And then Andy Ruiz came in and upset this whole shit. He upset the apple cart. And, frankly, I'm glad because I don't think any one power should rule the division and not make the right fights for the fan. But if you are Dillian White, you have to start feeling like Kell Brook right about now because you should have been next up and they couldn't give you the money you want, which I highly doubt Dillian White wanted like 50, 75 million or something unreasonable. He wanted something cool, He's like, yo, I've been selling some pay-per-views with Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora. I'm getting some good knockouts with Lucas Brown and Derek Chisora too. And, I dropped Parker. That's some shit Joshua didn't even do. So just pay me. And Eddie Hearn messed up. He messed up big, bro. Because if he would have, instead of giving Gerald Miller the opportunity, if he would have gave it to Dillian White, then he would still be in control of the belt because he has a working relationship with Dillian White. You feel me? So he would have kept the belt relatively in-house. Oh my gosh, Quality Boxing Corner. Salute my G, keep speaking the truth. Man, we coming. I told you this year. This year it's all bad for old media. Watch how we do them. Much respect, Ego. I'm always tuned in. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, just keep supporting. I got some stuff we working on. But anyway, yeah, man, that's the deal. If he would have, instead of making Gerald Miller, giving him the opportunity when Dillian White was more deserving, when Luis Ortiz were more deserving, Luis Ortiz, that would have been the same situation. If he would have won, it would have been an Al Heyman advised fighter. But you lost to an Al Heyman advised fighter anyway, so it didn't really matter. But at the very least, Dillian White should have been in line before Gerald Miller for the AJ shot. Bad blood. They already have history. After Dillian White knocked out Derek Chisora, AJ was in the crowd and he got on the turnbuckle. He's like, "Who wants to see me fight Dylan? Everybody want to see me fight Dylan. Then I don't want any complaints if I fight Dylan." Remember? That's what he said. Gerald Miller wasn't at that Derek Chisora, Dillian White. Or actually, he might have been, but he didn't get up on no turnbuckle and all that. So they should have gave Dillian White. Eddie Hearn has made such a mess of this whole situation. Barry Hearn, Rematch Room, Sky Sports, all of them made such a mess because they entrusted Eddie Hearn, and the UK too, because y'all allowed this. Y'all could at least had Dillian White knock out Joshua, and then I don't even know if that's what would have happened, but I'm saying even if it did happen, at least you would still have the belt, connected to Rematch Room. They came up here, put him in with Andy Ruiz because they didn't think this could happen. This was the unthinkable. They thought, oh man, there's no way that Andy Ruiz, pudgy ass, finna do nothing. They thought he would, be cool for a minute and then Joshua would get through it. But oh, how wrong they were. Now all of a sudden, Eddie Hearn doing damage control. Oh, Joshua didn't have a panic attack. He was perfectly fine. Just give Andy Ruiz credit. There was no panic attack. He was not angered. His dad was mad at the chef. What type of shit is that? So the dad wanted to knock you out because of the place that you put a multimillionaire in was not up to standards. So why was, bro, they could never go to court with me, bro. New media will win every day. Why the fuck is Joshua doing vlogs like, welcome to my crib, welcome to my humble abode? Okay, just listen to me. But wait, there's more. Listen to me. So, Joshua's dad, Robert Joshua, wanted to sleep Eddie Hearn and knock him out. And according to Eddie Hearn, it was over a variety of things, including the house they were staying in, the room, the facility, wherever he was staying, right? The place they rented out, and the chef. Those are the things that he cited. So if the room was haphazard, and it wasn't up to standard, then how come Joshua is doing MTV Cribs at that fucking house and showing it off? And his moniker is Stay Humble. So he's bitching about the room. None of this shit makes sense. He's bitching about the room, or you're bitching. I can't say him because I ain't heard AJ say it. Eddie Hearn wants the people to believe. He wants the people to believe that the room was the problem. The lodging, the place that he stayed. That's why Joshua's dad, in front of Sky Sports camera, didn't give a fuck and wanted to knock you out over some goddamn chef and a room. But if the room was so, like I said, if it was so haphazard and, such like a deteriorated living conditions or whatever, then why was he doing an MTV Cribs style vlog about it? Oh yeah, this is the couch. It's on his YouTube right now as we speak. AJ's like, yeah, this is a nice comfy couch. I kept the couch because I like the couch, and the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stay hungry, stay humble. Stay hungry, stay humble. Stay humble, stay hungry. This is what he's saying. And now you want that, bro, the UK must think Americans is dumb as rocks. Like we just the dumbest nation. Or I don't know if y'all looking at Donald Trump or what. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but y'all must really think we had the lowest IQ. This shit sound horrible. Joshua lose, his dad want to sleep you. You talking about it's because of Chef Boyardee. Block Jim Laney. Stay hungry, stay humble. You see, he said AJ triggers the Americans. The Americans is winning. Andy Ruiz just had a victory parade. Deontay Wilder sleeping motherfuckers. They all got all the belts in America. You see, bro, I literally came in the game and destroyed old media. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. I'm destroying them. Look at what they say to you people. They said AJ triggers the American. Why would we be triggered? We got all the belts in the heavyweight division in America. An American advisor, Al Heyman, from Cleveland. You know, a guy from just some guy from Alabama with the WBC belt, and then a guy from Cali who's Mexican American eating Snickers with the other belts. Why would Americans be triggered? Bro, it's over. Everything starts from now. You guys look insane right now. You have no legs to stand on. You Lieutenant Dan. You have no legs to stand on. These statements don't even make sense. Why would American fans be triggered over AJ when he lost? You motherfuckers is triggered. How are we triggered? We got all the belts in the heavyweight division. What are we triggered for? What are we triggered for, huh? Bro, they getting destroyed. That's why you see, that's how I break them down. We break them down to the molecule. They don't have, they can't even think of anything clever or witty to even come back to this logic with. We fucking them up. They flabbergasted, like Cassidy said. They flabbergasted. It's whatever, dog, bet whatever. You not fucking with me. It's whatever, bro. He talking about we triggered. What are we triggered for? All the belts in America. Andy Ruiz had a fucking Snicker parade in Cali. Smiling, you know, getting pushed around the street, you know, like he JFK and shit. What are we triggered for? Stupid. Everybody types stupid. That shit is stupid. That don't even make sense. Anyway, man, it's looking ugly. The Eddie Hearn L's is coming. They just been coming lately. Yeah, in a Rolls Royce, but we the Americans is angry. Okay, Americans is angry, but all the belts are here. Tyson Fury was reported to do 9,012 tickets, and then come to find out he did 5468. Yeah, and Americans is the one triggered. We not holding no L like that, bro. Yeah, not no recent L, like not in this particular subject. These dudes are getting bodied. They don't even know what to say. They flabbergasted, man. They don't even know what to say. Yeah, you gonna lie and say it's not. That's like I didn't know this because I'm a tall dude, but I talk to women and they always tell me like when I tell them how tall I am, they're like, no, really, how tall are you? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm how tall I said I am. Like, they're like, really? And I had to show them pictures and shit to prove. And I never understood until I seen you beta male fucks. I never understood why women would like press me about that. They would say how, cause you know I'm clearly over 6 feet, and when you know people are like how tall, like someone online or something, how tall are you? And then I tell them, they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, why? Why are they acting like that? Because it's you beta male fucks that be lying about your height. That's the real reason. You motherfuckers be, you know, 5'4", you know, built like Cisco and shit. Ooh, that dress so scandalous, and I know nothing can't handle it. And all night long she had them like a die like all night long. You know, these motherfuckers be built like Cisco and shit, and lying talking about they 6'1". Nah, you ain't 6'1", you 6'9". Never gonna be at 6. Y'all motherfuckers be lying. That's why the females be pressing a real motherfucker who actually is tall. I'm actually tall being pressed because of dumb motherfuckers like you. You know what I'm saying? Because you built like Cisco and shit. Somebody sleeping in my bed, messing with my head. You know, cause your dumb ass, cause you part of Drew Hill. Now I gotta get questioned, cause you built like Chocolatito and shit. Now they questioning my height, a real one. I ain't gotta lie about my height. You know what I'm saying? Cause you built like fucking the artist formerly known as. Yeah! Shoot the J. Shoot it. I'm like, you built like this. You know what I'm saying? Built like Dennis the Menace. Man, now I gotta get questioned. Man, that's how it goes. Hey, hey, UK getting bought. Hey, UK, stop sending people, cause the people you sending is getting bodied. They getting bodied, man. Send some better people to come up with some arguments, cause this shit look horrible. Man, Matumbo this shit. Block game brazy. This shit straight crazy, man. Yeah, man. Man, these dudes built like Roman Gonzalez. Trying to lie about their height and shit. Like, yeah, I'm 6'1". No, you know the fuck you ain't. What? Your creative player in 2K is 6'1"? You ain't no fucking 6'1", bro. And I never understood that, why women be like not believing this shit. This is like Team Joshua and Eddie Hearn. It's like, you know, they putting out certain things and Tyson Fury putting out certain things. That's why motherfuckers ain't believing shit. Oh my gosh. I ain't seen the Fox replay. Hey, when I tell a chick I'm 5'6", they be like, "Oh, you little." Y'all crazy. Man, if I was short, I'd be hub as fuck. Like, I just want to be, like, if I was not going to grow this way, I'll grow this way. Like, I'll make sure I'm, like, one of them buff at. You ever seen them overly buff short dudes? I'll be like that, bro. I'm trying to have, like, too many muscles and shit. I'm going to have buff, like, facial features and shit, bro. If I was short, man, I'll be swole up. I'll look like, remember Kanye and Lil Pump? I'll be built like that. The little, it's such a fucking, oh, I love it. McLovin. Yeah, I'll be built like that, bro. Buff Gary Coleman, man, fuck it. I'll be Gary Swolman out this motherfucker. What you talking about, Willis? You bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah, I'll be Gary Swolman. Fuck that. If you short, you better still have that, you know, have that swaggy right. Yeah, man, I'm in Vegas. You know what I mean? I'm out here. Man, I need them strong facial features, you know, cheekbones be buff and shit. Hurt to smile and shit. Do reps of smiles and shit. I'm 5'9" with an 89-inch reach. You a monkey. Jeff the producer, you actually like primate. What the fuck? 5'9" with an 89-inch reach? Hey, bro, you're actually like Bigfoot or something. I don't know what the fuck. That's that motherfucker. Yeah, Jeff the producer, you Jeff the orangutan, bro. 89-inch reach? That's like heavyweight reach and shit. That's above her. Motherfucker be getting shit off the top shelf. Knocking down the can of Pringles and shit at Walmart at the top shelf, the overstock. Hell nah, bro. Hey, Jeff the producer. Hey, you might want to check your arms out, bro. You a science fair project. I'm a Stretch Armstrong looking ass, bro. Hey, you tripping. You Mr. Fantastic out this. You friends with Human Torch looking ass, bro. What the fuck? 89-inch reach? That motherfucker tie his shoes standing up. What the fuck? Like, hey, your shoes untied. Oh, I got this. Motherfucker, don't even bend down. Like, I'm tall and I can't even do that, bro. Motherfucker, upright tying his shoe. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. You part of the Marvel universe. That's what I'm saying. The motherfucker said it a 90-inch reach. What the fuck? What's your nationality? You black and giraffe and shit. What the fuck? That motherfucker tongue purple. You got that giraffe tongue. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Hey, y'all tripping, bro. Yeah, man, we out here. We out here in Vegas. Look, Jeff, the producer, he could reach over, hit the doorbell at the Delano. Shit. Them long ass arms. Motherfucker, he can grab them cranes right over there and shit. Them long ass arms, bro. Motherfucking touch the Delano from here and shit. Chris Angel looking ass, bro. This motherfucker can dunk while laying down looking at that, bro. Man. 911 is Godson. I'm Godson, man. What is y'all talking about? Jeff the producer, I'm Kevin, bro. I was about to say, dog, you a mutant. This motherfucker part mutant. Fucking X-Men. Okay, I'm glad you cleared that up, because that don't even sound right. You fucking Caesar from Planet of the Apes. Ooh, go! You Caesar, ruler of the apes. Caesar looking ass, bro. You the real Lil C's. You Caesar, bro. Let me stop, bro. Y'all got me on one. Ooh, go! Ooh. Remember when Caesar would walk and that motherfucker had so much power in the monkeydom, the monkey kingdom? Everyone would bow. Remember? Caesar was a beast, bro. That's how they, when new media walked by, that's how they do. Remember all the monkeys got scared and shit? Motherfucker was bowing to Caesar. That's how they bow down to new media, bruh. New media walk in, talk to this box and shit, they be like, bow down to this real shit. The fuck? Smash the like button around boxing. Them motherfuckers was doing hella extra. Them CGI looking monkeys that ego you waller. The motherfucking monkey. Let me stop before they kick me out of this fucking MGM shit. Well, I don't know. I think there's a monkey in the adjacent room. Like, boo, boo, boo. Housekeeping. Hey, Eddie, Eddie. Eddie, motherfucker. That shit sound like Eddie Murphy laugh. I can't stop it. I can't even stop. Let me stop. I sound fucking crazy in this motherfucker, bro. The announcer's talking about Charlo finna have his hands full. All right, we'll keep that same energy if Cotto get knocked out. See, this is what's wrong with boxing. People have all these wild ass predictions that nobody think is gonna be correct, and then when they aren't correct, then they just try to skip to the next thing. Oh, we all knew this would happen. No, you a shapeshifter. You didn't know this was gonna happen because this ain't what you said. People always knew some shit after it happened. Nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, I'm at the fight. What you mean am I watching it? What you talking about? What man? What is the game talking about? What do I gotta do? Look, I'm on some J shit. What more can I say? What more? Look, what y'all want from me? I'm Young Credentials. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. What you mean am I watching the Charlo Kota fight? Look, what you want me to do? I'm sorry. It's perfect. New media. Look, just take that S off. New media. Y'all see what this shit is, bro. They asking me if I'm gonna watch. Motherfucker, I am the fight. I am Lions only. I am. I don't know why I'm even talking like that. I sound like Daddy Longneck. You know, and then Daddy Longneck put peanut butter on my neck. Young Credentials. With all the credentials. So much potential. So influential. Nigga who sent you. Oh my gosh, bro. Them Planet of the Apes reboots wasn't half bad. That shit wasn't bad. I kind of fuck with them. War of the Apes and the ape babies and shit. Baby of the Apes. I was watching them. Wasn't too bad. Myron Denard. He, uh, Dillian White talking to the sanctuary bodies like Tyrese. What more do you want from me? Hey, bro. Hey, hey, you're going to hell, bro. What the fuck? He said, "Cry Reese, though. Don't take my baby. Don't take my mandatory. Don't take my mandatory. What more do you want from me?" This dude is, hey, bro, you out of control. He said he talking like Tyrese. Da-da-da-da-da, always go now. Remember when Tyrese was on that? That sound like some slave shit. You on the bus singing for a goddamn Coke. Coke ain't that fucking good, bro. Da-da-da-da-da, always go. I don't know if I could singing for Coke. I seen people sing for Coke, but it ain't that tight. It ain't the soda part. It'd be the night like this. Like, you singing for the wrong type of Coke. Because the soda, man, I don't do none of that. But the soda definitely ain't that good to be doing all that. Them motherfuckers strung out on Coca-Cola soda and shit. Night like this. I just want my title shot. My God, oh my God, what more do you want from me? That's what I'm saying. Hey, Eddie Hearn did this wrong. Listen, he pulled Dillian White out of eliminators. There was an eliminator. He lost a purse bid against Kubrat Pulev for, let's say, the IBF belt. Eddie Hearn thought he ran the game. Like, he thought he was controlling the board and he could just make the plays like Willie Beeman. He was just making his own play. My name is Willie. Willie Beeman. Who got the lady? Got him creaming in all the fan. I got him screaming. You could defeat me. Your dream. This motherfucker thought he was Willie Beeman. This is me and whoever you think you are right now. Like, he thought he was Willie Beeman. You pulled what's the name out of the IBF eliminator with Kubrat Pulev, and then had him fight Joseph Parker coming off of a loss so you could sell some box office pay-per-views. So you didn't care about Dillian White securing a mandatory position because he didn't want Dillian White to be. Bro, Eddie Hearn sabotaged. Listen, Saboteur walked the block with a Labrador. Like, strapped with more corral for war than El Salvador. Like, bro, Eddie Hearn sabotaged Dillian White. You know why? Because he felt godlike. He felt he could just make AJ, because AJ was the champion in the cash count, and he was controlling the career of Dillian White as well, on a case-by-case basis. So he thought he could make that fight whenever he wanted. He could just pull the trigger on it. So he didn't really need the sanctioning bodies. Now it came back to bite him because now he don't have the influence. He don't have no paper trail. It's like getting paid under the table. That's cool. You're getting paid on the table. You're still getting paid, but you're getting paid on the table. So when, like, you know, if an investigation broke out or some shit, then you have nothing to fall back. Or like, let's say you go to apply for a credit card or whatever, they don't have no history of you. You have no employment history because you're getting paid under the table. So it could come back to fuck you up by not, you know, being legit and getting paid under the table. Yes, you're still getting paid, but you have no, like, if you have a regular job, then you have, it's traceable, you know, you could show your income. But if you're doing some other shit, you go to buy a car, then they're like, so you're unemployed, but even though you're not unemployed, you're just getting paid on the table, you know. Why are we gonna give you a loan if we have no employment history for you for the last 4 years? But you've been working for the last 4 years. You just been working, so you basically you have nothing to fall back on. So it's cool while the ride is hot, but it can come back to bite you, and that's what happened. Eddie Hearn thought he could control it and just pull the trigger on Dillian White, AJ, but then AJ lost. Now all of a sudden he worried about Dillian White. Beyond that, there's no paper trail where Dillian White has done what these sanctioning bodies have asked him to do. Therefore, he doesn't have any type of recourse or paper trail. It's like he's trying to do a return with no receipt. You feel what I'm saying? Versus if you're within the return policy, then they're more likely to do the return, even if you're maybe missing a piece or missing the remote or some shit, than if you don't have a receipt. That's what we're dealing with here. Now all of a sudden you want Dillian White to get a title shot. But if you want him to get a title shot, you should have done one of these people's eliminators. You should have did the Kubrat Pulev eliminator. The WBC told you to fight Luis Ortiz, so you had options. Okay, let's say Luis Ortiz was too dangerous. Fight Kubrat Pulev. He didn't do nobody's eliminator, and now he mad that he's not getting title shots, and he getting looked over. And then now on top of that, the WBO said Usyk moved to the division, so he automatically outranks you based on what he did at cruiserweight and being undisputed. Bro, this is a bad look. But I can't. Dillian White, he's a fighter. I think he'll fight whoever or whatever. I don't know about Luis Ortiz, but you know he showed the the willingness to just fight and not complain too much. But the thing is, this is your team. Your team is calling these shots for you, and even worse is you could have got a title shot for 4 belts, but they didn't want to fuck with you, and they had other plans to make Gerald Miller, to make Gerald Miller the mandatory. So they weren't willing to pay you what you feel you were worth, what you probably were worth, you know. And meanwhile, they struck this deal with Gerald Miller, and it blew up in their face because the one person you chose to have Joshua fight ruined the whole event, by failing drug tests. It's ugly, man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to get these likes up. We should have been at 100. Everybody laughing at the ape jokes and shit like that, bro. If we don't get these likes to 100 in the next 2 minutes, I'm out, bro. I'm not finna be late to this fight trying to do these streams because people is too lazy to hit the like button. That's just facts off rip, you know. And one thing about my channel, you don't have to worry about me not being transparent. That should never happen, bro. I'm telling y'all exactly what it is. You guys can do whatever you want, but in the next 2 minutes, if we not past that 100, I'm out. Because I still got to shower and walk downstairs in this Mandalay Bay and cover this fight for y'all. So there's no reason I should even be cutting it this close. Oh, shit, it's 4:50. What the fuck? Hold on. I should probably get out of here anyway. What the fuck? How long I been on here? Yeah, I should. Man, what the fuck? I already got my credential, but still, I'm gonna see the fights. I gotta see my people. Yeah, smash that like button. Anyway, this has been blunderous. Very, a lot of things should have been done differently, in my opinion, and it would have been a better positioning. Dillian White has not one eliminator completed, and he's screaming, "I've been waiting 600 days." They never called you as the mandatory. That's some. How do I know this? But Eddie Hearn's the promoter and can't recognize this. So the promoter's supposed to know, the ins and outs. Been doing this for years and has several guys that have been mandatories. I know this, but they don't. Just because you're number one doesn't mean you're getting a shot. That's just the reality of boxing. I could give you, say when. I'll give you several examples off the top of my head of when this has happened, and I'll do it with the WBC. I don't even have to use other sanctioning bodies. Say when. Say when. I'll show you how my memory worked. Oh, damn, y'all said when quick. Jorge Sebastian Hyland. He was the mandatory for Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin never, ever faced him. It took Charlo leaving 54 and moving to 160 to finally fight him. They made some kind of eliminator or some shit. But Golovkin was already supposed to fight dude, right? Golovkin was supposed to fight Toriano Johnson, but he never did. There were several eliminators and, you know, Toriano Johnson versus O'Keefe and all this motherfucker, all these people. Toriano Johnson never got a shot at what's the name? Triple G, for his part, he was Cotto's mandatory. And then when Canelo beat Cotto, he became Canelo's mandatory. Neither one of them fought him. And then Canelo ended up vacating his belt in 2016. So this is nothing new. There's been times in boxing recently where Danny Garcia was the number one and Amir Khan was number one with the WBC. Both of them. There's been times where Danny Garcia and Sean Porter were both number one within the sanctioning body. But luckily it worked out in that situation because Keith Thurman, he was, Mr. Glass or whatever, so he hadn't fought in a while. So he relinquished the belt and Danny and Sean Porter fought for the title. That's in essence what the WBC ordered Luis Ortiz and Dillian White to do. But Dillian White and Eddie Hearn did not listen. They didn't want the fight. They didn't like the fight. They didn't like their chances. They didn't want to go that route. Now they're complaining about it. And the funny thing is, new media have been on it. And when that was first announced, right? Wow, someone said can't spell Dillian without L's. Wow. When that order was announced, I'm like, dope. That's a good ass fight. But guess what? Eddie Hearns and Dillian White chose to fight Joseph Parker off a loss instead of fighting Kubrat Pulev. They chose to fight Derek Chisora, a guy Dillian White already held a win over from 2 years before, and they put him on pay-per-view. If you wanted to make a pay-per-view, Luis Ortiz versus Dillian White would have been a more acceptable pay-per-view. But guess what? A lot of the UK people, they said, oh, yeah, who cares? Nobody knows Luis Ortiz. And they did what they did to Joshua, made all these dumbass excuses why Luis Ortiz doesn't deserve a shot and he's unknown and this, that, and the third, knowing damn well Dillian White, Luis Ortiz is a better fight than a rematch room, Derek Chisora 2 fight where we knew the outcome. Derek Chisora, he got that fight because he knocked out Takam in a fight he was losing. So they try to just use that as like to bolster why the rematch should take place. But realistically, that rematch should have never happened. It shouldn't have happened at all. The reason why it happened is because he, I'm not going to say lucked out, but for lack of a better word, lucked out and knocked out Takam in a fight he was losing. So they used that as a catalyst to make Chisora White too. Some domestic shit that nobody really cared about. As opposed to a fight that domestically, Luis Ortiz has fought in the UK because he was with Matchroom. He fought Dave Allen. He fought Malik Scott on a Matchroom card. And his fight with Wilder did over 1 million. So people know who Luis Ortiz is. They didn't choose to fight him. Period. Block Brandon Yu. I'm not even arguing with you, bro. Block Brandon Yu. Like Soulja Boy said, you! Yeah, block him. You just wasting breath. You did all that just to get erased. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the eraser. It just doesn't make sense. So it's like, here's an example. Let's say you needed a car wash. You say, hey, I'm going out I need a car wash. I'm going to a wedding, or I don't know. It's just say you need your car wash, and you knew you were going to be at this event where you needed your car wash, and you needed, so you offered your friend or family member, let's say a friend, you offered them, hey man, I'll give you $500, or I don't want to say car wash because that's kind of weird. Let's say paint. Let's say you needed your house painted, and you offered someone you knew directly that paints, you offered them the opportunity to paint the inside of your house, a couple rooms. Said, hey, I'll cash you out. I'll give you some good money, and you were looking out after them because they don't have a job. You wanted them to paint the master bedroom and the bathroom, and you were gonna pay them for it and buy all the supplies that they need. And then they're like half stepping and bullshitting and shit like that, and then they fall upon hard times, and after not getting back to you, you've already got someone set up to paint. Now they want to come back to the table and say, hey, oh, I thought you needed someone to paint. Yeah, I did need someone to paint, but you weren't reliable, you didn't do anything, so I got someone else, because I told you I had to have it painted by this certain date because we're having company, right? This is precisely what's happened with Dillian White. Dillian White has been afforded opportunities to fight eliminators, to make himself, to work himself into the mix, into the bigger picture, and he would have a strong positioning if he beat Luis Ortiz or beat Kubrat Pulev for one of these mandatories. They wouldn't be able to deny him. They wouldn't be able to deny him because they did, you did exactly. Now if you talking about suing someone, that's a whole different example, you know, because now you did everything the WBC there. See, this is the thing we're dealing with. Eddie Hearn's trying to act like they've done everything the WBC told them to do, but they haven't. Now, if you did do everything the WBC told you to do and they still weren't giving you an opportunity, that's something different. So the bottom line is, just like the painting analogy I gave, you had the opportunity to paint. You, because you didn't need the money at the time, you weren't readily available. And like Pac said, life goes on. There ain't nobody gonna wait. I told you, I need to have this painted by this date because we're having people fly in. You know, that's just what it is. So Dillian White has had opportunities to solidify him. And then, worst case scenario, if the WBC or IBF or whoever was playing games and he completed their eliminators, do you know what an eliminator stands for? I mean, not stands for. Do you know what the definition of eliminator is? Like, if like Game 6 was an elimination game for the Warriors, meaning if they lost it, they lose the series. So an eliminator, a final eliminator, just you put those two words together. A final eliminator means this is the final step. Dillian White, his team is acting, oh, we've been waiting 600 days. No, fuck all that. You just talking about from when he fought Robert Helenius to become the silver champion. You were offered the opportunity for a final eliminator to justify who was deserving of a Wilder fight, and you didn't do it. Period. That's no way, shape, and you have a history of not doing it. You didn't do it with Kubrat Pulev either. So as a result, you can't look like. And see, this is the thing. Eddie Hearn, he ain't been like he ain't been like this defense attorney for Dillian White's career. Like, he's been putting Dillian White in so-so fights or whatever. But now all of a sudden AJ loses, and it's now there's more this newfound importance to give Dillian White a big opportunity. But he wasn't so concerned because he still had AJ. He still had a cash cow, and the cash was still flowing. Now all of a sudden, it's like, oh, we've been waiting 600 days. Like, when AJ, before he lost to Ruiz, why didn't we hear, oh, we've been waiting 520 days? You know, we've been waiting 550 days. Why didn't we hear this every day, for a week? But now all of a sudden Joshua loses. Now you're forced to pay attention to some of your other fighters. It's sad, really. Because Dillian White should have been getting this type of committal to his promoter, and his promoter looking for his best interest. It's just like, just look at the Kell Brook situation. Enough said. Kell Brook had no business fighting Triple G. Myself, I told you that. He fought him, not developed, but he sustained an injury that he never had throughout his career until fighting a bigger man who was a big puncher. Then he loses that, gets stopped, in the UK. Then he's forced and pressured to fight Errol Spence, who he should have been fighting before anybody's Triple G. Then he sustains an injury to his other eye, and he loses at home. And then he openly talks about going through depression. And he said, "Oh, nobody loves me," and stuff like that, because you took two back-to-back losses. Eddie Hearn is not aligning his people up with greatness. Like, these fighters aren't robots. You got to give them breaks from time to time. Period. Like Dillian White, why is he fighting tough fights that he doesn't win so much for? How come Eddie Hearn can't facilitate the big fights for his people? How come Kell Brook couldn't have fought Amir Khan, which is more reasonable than Triple G? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he go straight into the Errol Spence fight, which was an undefeated Kell Brook versus undefeated Errol Spence? That would have been more reasonable, because Kell Brook, he did straight versus Errol Spence in them early rounds. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we talking about? Same thing with Dillian White. You pulled him from eliminators. Then Gerald Miller ain't with him. To my knowledge, Gerald Miller got let go for breach of contract. So now Eddie Hearn doesn't have, like, it's all fucked up, bro. Gerald Miller, he got dropped from Matchroom for breach of contract because Gerald Miller left them with their pants down, failing that drug test, multiple drug tests. That's why you hear Top Rank might look at signing him and all this extra shit. Yo, Ego, that hotel got an amazing view of the city. Yeah, man, we out here. Yeah, we out there, bruh. So it's just, man, it's a bad look, people. Smash the like button. It's a terrible look. So Gerald Miller, you did all this and gave him the opportunity, and now you let him go because he failed a drug test and left you effed up, for the Joshua's American debut. Left you messed up. So you don't have Gerald Miller anymore. Now you see why it's this big ass big ass focus on trying to give Dillian White a shot. Bro, Ego, when you go to fights, do you go alone? Of course. Who do I need? Who do I gotta go? So yeah, man. And Eddie Hearn doing podcasts and hour long interviews. This is probably why, you know, what fight is on right now? What the fuck? Let me get out of here, bro. What is the fight? What fight? Oh, Chris, little B, he's nice with it. But yeah, man, this is the problem. This is the problem. Man, I have to continue this later. I gotta go. I gotta go downstairs. I'm gonna be at the fight, so